Well, it's getting near Thanksgiving. My birthday's coming up a little bit later this week. It's kind of cool out today, probably about 60 degrees, but it's not so bad. So I figure I'll come on out and have myself a cigar. It's an H Upmann today. I'll go ahead and fire this one up in my usual way. It's a Corona size cigar. Oop. You know, same thing I usually do. Damn, my right hand don't work too good. That's pretty good. On the first slide, it's a little bit bitter, but excuse me, that's usually how it is anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and smoke this down a bit. Got my tablet, and I guess, you know, we could talk about with Thanksgiving coming up. Thanksgiving dinner. More on that a little bit later. Well, for you, it won't be a little bit later. It'll be like the next cut. Maybe next 2 cuts. I don't know. We're going to find out, aren't we? Burning pretty nicely. Nice ash on it. It's got a nice creamy smoke. Very little spice. Excuse me. Just a nice mild cigar. Anyway, like I was saying, Thanksgiving's coming up, and it gives you a pause to think a bit. You know, it's easy to dwell on the little nagging, little negative things. But when you put it into perspective, that's all they are. They're just little things. Because for the most part, I'm out here living in the mountains. It's beautiful out here. I got a front porch, smoke a cigar on. We have this very nice house. It's a sturdy house. It's brick and plaster and cinder block, and yeah, it's an old house, but it has oak trim, oak floors, and it has like beams in the basement holding this thing up, like, you know, like timbers, not just this manufactured artificial press board stuff. And I got a wife that likes to cook. Now sometimes that could be counter to my diet, but you know, sometimes I want to be counter to my diet. We have Thanksgiving coming up, and she's been doing some practicing on what we're going to have for Thanksgiving. Actually, we're going to travel out and see her family, and these are things that we're going to bring with us. If you go back a couple of videos, you can see our trial run, and you know, things that we got to change around a bit, and little ways of improving stuff. But for the most part, things are pretty groovy. Well, you know, like I could dwell on, like the other day when our toilet quit working. Put some new guts in it. It works now. But then I guess some jostling about, you know, from putting the guts in. One of the bolts that holds the tank to the commode apparently had corroded through. There's a lot of minerals in the water up here, and it had corroded through that bolt, and it fell out. It's dripping, you know, it's leaking a little bit, not too much, but we've been thinking about getting a new toilet anyway, so now seems to be the time. So, you know, we're going to start checking our I can't think of the word, checking our options. There's a local plumber that does a lot of work in town. We're going to check him out, see how much he charges. You know, the thought goes through my head, it doesn't take much to install a toilet. Shoot, I could do that. I've done lots of stuff. I used to be a maintenance tech out at the Rubbermaid factory, you know, working on 450, 500 ton plastic molding presses and stuff. But the problem comes that I don't know what it's going to take. Will the base of it, where it's in the house, will that be rusted? Is that going to fall apart on me? I don't know. Because like I said, that was a solid chunk. That went thump. But I just tapped it. I don't know if you saw that. I just tapped it, and the ash fell. But anyway, am I going to have to run out and get new parts? Because there is no nearby hardware store. The closest place we can go to, probably 70, 75 miles out of state. So, if we can get the local plumber down here, and he can install it, then I think it'll be worth it. My wife has an idea of who we can call. It's she's a home health care aide, and it's the guy that helps some of her clients out right here in town. And I think he lives right here in town, so that'd be pretty cool. But you know, we'll see. I'm hoping that it'll hold out for a while. If not, we have a toilet downstairs. It's kind of a pain to have to run downstairs every time you use the toilet, but you do what you can. But that's all part of the fun of having an old house. Well, I'm going to smoke this down a little bit further, and I'll be back in a little bit. Hey, I'm just playing. It's still burning pretty good, but I'm having some wrapper issues. It's wanting to peel up here. I'm not going to mess with it because I don't want to damage it any more than it is. And there's a hole down here that seems to be through the binder. So I'm having to smoke this carefully. In fact, I just felt the air go through that hole. Whoopsie. But still, it's a pretty good cigar. It's a bit creamy. I'm kind of preferring a cigar with a bit more spice to it. Not necessarily strength, but just a little bit more heat on my tongue, you know? I like spicy food. So, I also like spicy cigars. And I'm married an Italian, so. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to keep smoking this thing. And if there's any reason for me to come back, I will. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Have a happy Thanksgiving. If I'm not back before Thanksgiving, I'm sure I will be. But anyway, have a happy Thanksgiving.